My project for the Europe Choice project is a alfredo sauce pasta. It's not fettuccine alfredo because I don't have fettuccine, but it'll have alfredo sauce on it. And the sauce is an Italian menu staple, and according to legend, the dish was invented by a Roman chef named Alfredo di Leo in the early 1900s. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. De Leo's pregnant wife was struggling to keep any food down, so he tossed pasta in the staple buttery sauce of his own creation. He added fettuccine alfredo to his restaurant's menu soon after. The ingredients that are being used are minced garlic, salted butter, Parmesan cheese, cream cheese, mozzarella cheese, penne pasta, which is what I have, black pepper, granulated garlic or garlic powder, and Himalayan pink salt. You can use regular salt too if you wanted. The first step is to get the pot for pasta ready. I already have it set up, starting to be ready for boiling. Is to have it not filled up all the way, but about halfway, for it to be ready. I like to add a little bit of olive oil so that the pasta doesn't stick together, and a little bit of salt for taste. That will soon be boiling. And now to figure out what the heck what the pan for the sauce is. The pasta water is now boiling, so I'm going to add the pasta. It cooks for about 9 minutes. The first step for the sauce is to have a half cup of butter, which is a full stick, and have it start melting in a medium saucepan. I have it set on high so that it's faster. Sorry about that. The next step is to add 1 package of cream cheese and the requested amount of garlic. It calls for 2 teaspoons of garlic. I'm using minced garlic because it tastes better. And smells weirder. We need to wait for the sauce to smooth out, which means waiting for the cream cheese to melt before we add the 2 cups of milk, which is something I forgot to mention, because I had to search up a different recipe because I didn't realize I didn't have heavy cream. Depending on if your timing is as terrible as mine, the pasta should now be done, and I just turned off the burner so that it can sit for a little bit, so the pan gets cool enough for me to strain the pasta. The next step is to measure out 2 cups of milk. Make sure you're using a liquid measuring cup because a solid measuring cup is always different compared to liquid measuring cups. That's a little over 2 cups, but that just means it'll be slightly creamier. We were supposed to add it a little bit at a time. And slow, but I'm not slow. It is at this point stopped boiling, because it was boiling for some reason. Probably because of the butter. Now we need to wait for this to start boiling slightly again, and make sure that the mixture is smooth. This is a terrible angle, I know. This is what will be Alfredo pasta. Fun. Next is to measure out 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. Mine's a little lumpy, so it's uneven, and then put it in the pasta before it overflows, because that's what it's about to do. At this point, I just realized that I'm using the wrong kind of material for stirring this pasta to break it up. I'm supposed to be using a whisk, but I'm not. So I'm gonna fix that right now. On with the whisk, mix the pasta until the Parmesan cheese, not the pasta, the sauce, until the Parmesan cheese is evenly mixed in. It's still a little lumpy, so it'll take a little bit of time. This time you can now add in the seasonings to your desired amount of flavorness, if that's a word. I like a lot of pepper, so I'm going to add a lot. And as I like to add a little bit of kick, I'm going to add in a little bit of oregano. Mix the seasonings in well. It's boiling now, so that it shows that it's as thick as the sauce will get. The colander for the pasta. Time to strain the pasta. The pan can still be a little hot. Once all the pasta is out, let it sit for a little bit to let all the water drain out. Move the pasta back to the burner. The pot, not the pasta. Move the pasta back to the pan, pot, whatever it is, and add a little bit more Parmesan cheese to the sauce. I didn't add enough. Add the Parmesan cheese again and just kind of dunk it in until you like the consistency. That's what I do. Hopefully that will be enough. Turn it back on low if you turn the burner off. Now time to add sauce to the pasta. I know the lighting is terrible and it can be better, but it is now time to add sauce. Sometimes some of the sauce can stick to the bottom of the pan, so it's best to scrape it out. Stir the pasta so that the sauce is completely incorporated. I love that sound. The pasta is completely mixed. You can now eat it and enjoy. It is still a little hot, so I'll probably burn myself. I dropped some, but it's still pretty good.